everyone.
Friday. Happy Friday, everybody.
It's Friday, field report.
Here we are once again
Yeah,
in fields.
that's right. So,
So,
hey, Will, how are
hey,
you doing
Vicky.
today?
I am phenomenal. We are only a few days out from IT Nation at this point, I think.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's the
It's like
final
5 days.
countdown.
It is. Da-na-na-na. Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. This is also going to be the karaoke rendition of the Friday Field
Dig it.
Report.
Yes, it is. So, let's talk about IT Nation since it's like right on the cusp of being there and real, and we're going to be there. So,
Yes.
Vicky, tell me, what do you have
We
as far as a survival tip for first timers?
make sure that you drink a lot of liquids. Hydrate more than you dehydrate. And make sure that you can get some rest when I know it's really hard to say that because we're all going to be running around and taking in all of the activities and learning that's going to happen on site
Yeah.
and virtually. But yeah, just make sure that you take care of yourself and that so that way you're setting yourself up for success because it's a marathon, folks, not a sprint. So make sure that
Absolutely.
you're pacing yourself and having a great time at the event and taking advantage of all of the really cool stuff that's happening. But we know that there's a lot of activities going on at
Mm-hmm.
IT Nation Connect. And so we have some really special guests today that I think will help us and maybe first timers or those of you who are IT Nation veterans with navigating
Yeah.
the event, right?
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, there's just so much going on at IT Nation. Even if you're not a first timer, it's hard to know where to go and what to do sometimes. So we're coming up with a solution for that, aren't we, Vicky?
We sure are. We sure are.
All right.
And
Let's
we've got our guest Susan Sawyer Rhodes joining us from the ConnectWise team. Hey, Susan, how are you?
I think you might
Oh,
be muted.
you're on mute, Susan.
The most said
Yes,
phrase
I'm
of 2020.
here. I have my loyal furry friend Norman. He wanted to join the call today. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
It's great to have you on. And tell us before when we were getting prepped for the Friday Field Report, Norman was really excited about seeing his mom on this live stream. So
he was. When he hears a siren in the neighborhood, he starts howling, and it's the cutest thing ever. So you all got to experience that. Hopefully, another police car won't roll by in the neighborhood, and he'll interrupt our conversation. But yeah, so
love it.
Thanks for having me today. I can't believe Connect is next week. This will be my 9th IT Nation Connect, and fun fact, yesterday was my 8-year anniversary at ConnectWise. So
wow.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. It's been a wild ride. So excited to be here. And I'm excited to share a new offering we have this year called the GPS team. Have you guys heard about it?
Tell us about
I've heard
Susan.
a few things, yes, but give us the scoop.
All right. So here's the scoop. We know going to conferences can be overwhelming, right? There's a lot to do. The first day is actually usually the craziest because you're trying to figure out where everything is. It's a big venue. You're going to check in, and then there's all these pre-day events, which you should register for a pre-day if you haven't done that. You can do that through your registration. Just go log back in. There's a lot to choose from. But it can be really overwhelming, and there's so many sessions every round, and there's so much good content, right? Sometimes it's so hard to choose what you're going to go to. And I know I've had an experience where I couldn't decide between 2 sessions, and I went to one, and then it turned out not to be what I thought it would be. And by the time I could get all the way across the conference to the other session, I'd already missed the second half, trying to switch decisions in the middle of my experience. So the GPS team is going to point you in the right direction, right? So myself, a small group of ConnectWise colleagues, and I'm being joined by the newly formed MSP Plus OS team to form our team. Yes, I think we're going to talk about that later, but we have a group of gurus, right? A group of Sherpas who know the event, they understand the pains of MSPs, and you can come meet with us. You can book an appointment, actually. I highly encourage you to book an appointment. It's a 30-minute window of time. You can come stop by, and we're going to help you plan out your experience. We've got an event guide kit that we've created, which I'm so excited to give to everybody. And we're going to have a conversation with you, like, why are you here? What are your goals in attending? What's one thing that you want to make sure that you learn when you leave? And what type of vendor are you looking for? And, how can we tap into your mode? Do you understand your mode? Are you in startup mode? Are you a balance builder? Are you building value in your business? Or are you an empire builder? Maybe you're there and you've acquired companies, or you've gone through a private equity experience, and you're on a far ahead path of where you're going in your relationship with growth. So we have content for every mode, no matter where you are in your relationship with growth. And we want to help you have a great experience. We want you to leave Connect and go, wow, every session that I went to was perfectly designed for me and my pains and my goals. And when I leave the conference, I'm not going to fall off the inspirational cliff, because we're also going to help you plan how to make sure you implement the things that you learn into your strategy when you get back. So it's a really great opportunity. It's for people who've gone, if you've gone multiple times and you just want to have a conversation like, hey, what should I not miss this year, right? Or you're brand new and you're like, I don't even know where to start. Come meet with us, bring your mobile app. We're going to help you filter sessions by mode. We're going to talk about the problems you're facing in your business, or the growth path that you're on, or what you want to accomplish in 2024. And we're going to help you find out where you can do that.
And this is the first time that we've done this, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's brand new this year. A lot of people you might want to think of it as almost like a concierge service, but it's really not. It's, it's very customized, because every person that we're going to talk to is going to have different needs. They're going to be in different roles. They're going to be in different growth modes. And myself, you're going to have Dan Scott from EMEA, from our international team from the UK there. You're going to have Mike Zorno from our platform team. And we've got all the leaders of MSP Plus OS and all of their great team members there to help out. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. I love the fact that we're finally getting to the point where we're like, hey, we're going to help guide you through this. It's a big conference. It's even bigger this year. And being able to just, say you want to attend these sessions, as opposed to just throwing you out in the wild and saying, hey, go for it, is I think it'll lead to a great experience, especially for a lot of newcomers. And we've got a ton of new people coming to IT Nation this year, which is awesome.
We do. And we want them to get the return on event, right? We want them to get the most out of their experience. And we want them to come back year after year, right? Because we know that Connect is the place where people have pivotal conversations, turning points in their trajectory. You could meet someone at the bar and it could completely change the course of where you go and the direction of your business. So we're going to be right outside so when you walk through the restaurant area at Connect, and you walk right before you get into the main conference area where there's like multiple levels, we're going to be right there on the right-hand side. It's technically called the transportation lobby. We may be wearing some crazy hats because, you're going to walk by and go, what's going on over there? That's cool. I want to have a conversation with them. So we're going to draw you in regardless, but we're there to help you. That's what community is about. That's what the IT Nation is about, is helping you grow. It's all about being a go-giver. So I'm just talking because I'm so excited about this. I think I'm going to drop the link in if you want to book an appointment with our team. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. I think that's fantastic.
Yep. And I love that it's going to be fun and informative. And I know we've got Adam Belinsky, who is the CEO of the newly formed MSP Plus OS. So, hey, Adam, thanks for joining us as well.
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I'm just enjoying this outdoor with my dog, Champ, here. So, yeah, man, IT Nation Connect coming up, super stoked. And I just happen to remember while you guys are talking, one really important thing. If you aren't able to make it in person, you can register actually and do virtual, and it's completely free. I completely forgot about this, and when you guys were talking, I was like, this needs to be talked about and discussed, because there is a ton. So with that, I'll set the stage for you guys to talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Will. Go ahead. Tell them again. I know. We're obviously really excited about it because we're going to be doing some of the interviews that are going to be posted in the virtual experience with our GMs and with Jesse Cole and all of the
Absolutely.
keynotes. Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So yeah, if you're on the fence and you're like, yeah, do I want to go to this? The answer is yes. You want to. You want to attend, even if you're only attending virtually. You'll get to hang out with Vicky and I as we do all sorts of cool stuff that, honestly, some of the things we're going to get to do on IT Nation Live, you're not going to get to do in person. So we're going to be backstage. We're going to be talking to people behind the stage. We're going to be talking to people in green rooms. We're going to be talking to people on the street, and you'll get to meet everyone and have a great slice of life. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, it's going to be a blast. Sorry to detract, but yeah, we had a huge launch yesterday. MSP
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
launched. That was exciting. It's been many months in the planning. So I think, Susan, this started back in June,
Long
maybe
time. There
year
was
and a
a
half
session.
ago.
There was a sneak peek session in the early stages that you held at Secure. And I think that was really the turning point where, I mean, people were jumping out of their seats in that session going, how do I get involved in this? Sign me up. And
Yes,
I think from there, it just took off. So
it did. It absolutely
Yeah.
did. It was a blast. 5
Adam,
companies come together. Go ahead.
I was going to say real quick. Yeah. So 5 companies coming together. Can you tell us a little bit about your history with ConnectWise and kind of what culminated in this awesome event that happened yesterday that was announced to the world?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been a long time ConnectWise user. Back in 2006, running ConnectWise in my own business. Back then, it wasn't even called Managed, just literally ConnectWise, and all they had was that PSA platform, right? And I struggled with the platform. I've been to IT Nation Connect since 2008, 2009, back when it was like old Hilton, old Waldorf, long time ago. And I've been every year since. It's an amazing event. So part of that, is the community and being part of the advisory council, right? So I just became part of the advisory council back in 2022. About a year and a half ago. Really super, connected there because it's all about the community again, right? And
Yeah.
I challenge ConnectWise. I'll be honest. Like, right? There's been a lot of IT Nation Connects. There's been a lot of releases, not releases, right? And we challenge those things. And this year. I'm really excited about the investment in the partner growth, the innovation faster, right? And some of those initiatives that Jason McGee set out a couple of years ago when he said, hey, here's this ASIO platform. And this year we get to actually see a lot of that stuff come to life and actually get to see it and actually use it. And being part of that has been really awesome. Seeing that change and seeing that, and then MSP Plus at the same time was innovation and partners coming together. And it's just everything's culminating at this one single event. And so we do have the whole, this is our coming out party. This is our launch event, if you will, our first in-person launch event.
So what I'm hearing is you're excited for Connect this year.
I am super excited about Connect. Like, we have just MSP Plus team members, 20 team members, not counting spouses.
Wow.
There's a lot. There's a lot of sessions that we're doing. I think I'm doing 6 different speaking sessions, and the GPS team has been huge. So Susan taking the lead on that and running with that. And just the modes we're all embracing this modes. It's from the mindset, how you operate your business, the startup, the value, the balance builder, and then obviously the empire builder, right? And getting in that framework is really super important because that helps identify us as a consulting agency. Hey, what path are you on? How does MSP Plus OS help your business? And we have our 6 core areas that we help businesses on, right? Their vision, the people, the growth, how they're going to grow, the operations, the profit, right? Driving those SLI numbers and the community and start IT Nation Evolve. And then obviously the big piece, which not a lot of people do, is security within, consulting and having all those pieces together. So we have 6 core areas that are all underneath one single roof now. And that's huge.
Oh, wow. That is really cool. So we've talked a lot about community on this field report. And Adam, I was wondering if you could give us a little context too into your experience working within the MSP communities with CW Boss and all of the great things. I think there's a really cool event that Will and I are going to be helping to cover on site on Wednesday. Can you tell us about
We'll be
that?
there.
Yeah, if you really haven't been to IT Nation Connect in person, you got to go. One of the biggest takeaways is the community involvement. Everybody's there in MSP business. You don't have to explain what an MSP is. You don't have to explain what IT is and what kind of business you do, right? You don't have to explain those things because we're all peers and we know. And learning from one another, different companies from different demographics, different geographic areas as well. And it's just a really awesome experience to get involved. We also have community events going on there at the same time, right? ConnectWise Boss, ConnectWise Tips and Tricks, MSP Geek, and Tech Tribe have all come together, and Ballards and
Bullets and ballads.
there you go, Bullets and Ballards, yeah. And so it's dueling pianos and Nerf wars with an open bar.
Wars, yep.
Yes. So,
I hope you guys are ready.
Wait, hold on.
I hope you're ready.
I didn't realize that dueling pianos was going to be there. So that makes it even cooler. Okay.
Dueling pianos is so I love dueling pianos. I love, interacting with dueling pianos, trying to get up there singing, and they're some of the most talented individuals in the market, right, when it comes to music, because they have to know how to do the music. They get tips, and they just have to know so many different songs. I've seen some played on a piano, then they pick up a guitar, and then just sometimes a harmonica, and they just go. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a big party Wednesday, community event.
Okay,
absolutely.
We'll definitely
Vicky
be there.
and I will be there. We'll be covering it too. So
yeah,
we might actually get a chance to see you in person and live. That would be fun.
I would love to see Adam sing some karaoke on stage. I'm just saying, Adam, if we could make that happen and stream it live, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
I'll absolutely do that. I just will not rap. Rap is not my thing. We're past that. Let's pray for no Hurricane Nicole coming in town. So
Right.
We're good.
No rapping. No rapping this year. No rapping.
I can for the karaoke, because give me a microphone and I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like I will.
Susan, what's your go-to? What's your go-to karaoke song that we're going to be hearing from you?
I have two. It depends on the mood. All right. It depends on the crowd and the mood. There's opposite ends of the spectrum. One end is Destiny's Child, Say My Name. And the other end is You're So Vain, Carly Simon. So I can do both.
Love
those
it.
are both
all right.
Those are both really
I'll
good.
Start a poll online. Which one do you want me to sing?
Love it. Poll happening. Look, I think, Vicky, are you going to get up and do some karaoke? Because I will if you will.
I mean, I love me some Queen, so let's do it. Let's do it, man.
All right.
Anything Queen is good. Anything.
Maybe except for Bohemian Rhapsody, that one's a little hard to do.
True.
So fast.
What, you don't have an 8-octave range like Freddie Mercury?
No, I'm still working on that. Yeah.
Hey, not to switch gears, but I do want to plug one really cool thing that that Adam and Jameson West are doing together in round 7. So they have a session.
Ooh, do tell us.
Yes, it's a cool session. So it ties back to what we're doing with modes and with the GPS team. And it's not the last round. It's the second to last round on Friday. And they're holding a session on avoiding the inspirational cliff, which I'm also going to plug that Adam and Jameson and I did a webinar yesterday. We're going to put the recording out there. You should go check it out. It's a great conversation. We talk a lot about what not to do and what you should do, after you leave the event. And also Adam and Jameson dig into kind of the wave, kind of the feeling you have, the highs and the lows emotionally as you're at an event, and kind of, the way your head spins and all the thinking that you go through. So this session in round 7, they have a tool that they're going to use, and they're going to help you. It's interactive. It's a workshop. And Adam, jump in if I don't do this justice, but they're going to actually help you plan out, bring your notes, bring all the things that you've learned, and they're going to help you plan out your do's, your don'ts, your, what fits into your existing strategy. What should you take back so that when you leave Connect and you go back to your office and you bring all your exciting ideas to your team, you don't overwhelm them, and you have a starting point of a plan.
Okay.
You hit that perfect. The biggest thing is, there's all the emotional roller coaster of going through an event, right? There is a tremendous amount, so much stuff that's being released at this particular event. You can't get it all in. And so the inspirational cliff is huge, right? Because you get back from the trip and it's Monday morning, you're back to the grind. And who here is on this live has went on vacation and come back and there's a pile of work there? I think everybody has, right? And it's one of those things where, hey, we got you. We're going to take those emotions, those highs. We're going to get them all documented. We're going to have a project plan. We're going to all do it on a project placemat. What's the success criteria look like? What does it look like if it's not successful? What are the highlights? And really, then you have a game plan. So you're not coming back maybe Monday doing all that work and just vomiting on your team. And it's like, what do I do? And right. And it's all can be based on your mode, right? And that's what the GPS session is for, is to, hey, what's your mode? Here's where here's guidance, right? Think of it as a college counselor, if you will, right? Everybody's had one of those in high school. You go to them, say, hey, they've been there, they've done that. Everybody that's going on the GPS team has been there, done that. They've been to the shows a ton, and so they can help give that guidance. So to wrap all that together.
That is awesome.
I love it. I love it.
If you're listening to this and you're like, what is this modes thing they're talking about? Go to connectwise.com/modes. Check it out. They are free assessments. They don't take very long. There's an assessment for owners. There's an assessment for leaders. You can take it. It'll take you 20 minutes, maybe less. Identify your mode. And that's a good starting point for you to bring with you to Connect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
If you don't know your mode, you don't know where you're going. And that's one of those things where you've got to know where you're going if you're going to be successful. So starting with modes really helps you put your first foot on that pathway. And then that's where everything else we've talked about today comes into play.
Yeah, and if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to the Friday Field Report that we did with Arlen a few weeks ago, that was a really good one. It was entertaining because he was also in a combine where his family was combining and processing
I saw that.
corn.
He was literally farming live.
It was amazing. Yes. And so I would throw this out there because after the Friday Field Report, this one today, I know we're going to be at Connect Live next week, but we're going to keep going with these Friday Field Reports because we want to make sure that we're bringing the tidbits of what's happening within ConnectWise to our audience, to our community. And if you have a tractor or something fun that's outside and you want to come join us for a Friday Field Report, we would love to see you because we want to make it entertaining and informative as well. So with that, I guess, folks, what else are we looking forward to at the event? I mean, just real quick, I wanted to plug, and sorry, my hands are really dirty because I've been rubbing. Don Juan loves to put his butt in my face so that way I can scratch his butt. He is such a funny little donkey, I'll tell you. But anyways,
this can go in so many different directions.
I know.
But I was going to say that at 11 a.m. Eastern today, there was an amazing cybersecurity live stream that we did with Rafi. Marty, who is our GM for cybersecurity, as well as Jay Ryerson, who is our VP for security solutions here at ConnectWise. And if you didn't get a chance to see it, they talked a little bit about what to focus on, what we're going to be really pumping up for IT Nation Connect from a cybersecurity standpoint. So make sure that you watch that one as well. That's all I've got, guys. Anything else that we're missing before the big show next week?
I don't know. I just want to say I hope everyone has a great event and gets the most out of it, and that it sets everyone up for success in 2024 and beyond.
I love that.
I love it. Yeah. Love it.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Well, everybody, we'll see all of you at IT Nation.
Definitely appreciate it.
Have a great one, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.